Okay, so we're going to look at expanded form right now. An expanded form in first, second, third grade is pretty easy. Usually dealt with maybe your hundreds, your tens, and your ones, maybe your thousands. So you had 400 plus 80 plus 3 is 483. Well, now we're going to get up into the hundred thousands, hundred millions, into our thousands and millions periods as well. Okay, so let's say I have 80,000 plus 7,000 plus 400 plus 80 plus 3. And now I'm going to take my lined paper and I'm going to turn it sideways. So my lines are going up and down. Okay, and the space in between each line is going to be for each of the place values. Okay, so my 80,000, I'm going to put an 8, then a 0, a 0, a 0, a 0. Okay, then I'm going to line up my ones place zeros for 7,000. See how I put a 7 in the thousands place, a 0, a 0, a 0. Then my 400, I'm going to put my 4 in my hundreds place, and my 0 in my 0. You can start from the right. You can say, okay, 400 has 2 zeros, so 0, 0, and then 4 if you want to. 80, okay, so my 8 in my tens place, and my 0 in my ones. I can even say, okay, 0, then 8. And then I have a 3, and there's no 0. That's just a 3 in the ones place. Now the nice part about this is now I have all of my ones lined up, all my tens, all my hundreds, all my thousands, all my 10,000s. It's really easy to add those up. 0, 0, 0, 0, 3. 0, 0, 0, 8. 0, 0, 0, 4. 0 and 7. Now I'm going to put my comma after it, because usually after the 3 numbers, after between each period, between my ones period and my thousands period, I put a comma. And 8, adding nothing else here, is just 8. So see, 80,000 plus 80,000 plus 7,000 plus 400 plus 80 plus 3 is 87,483. So now look, I have even bigger numbers. I have 50 million plus 3 million plus 200,000 plus 60,000 plus 3,000 plus 200 plus 10 plus 7. And guess what? I turn my paper sideways and I put in there. See, there's a 5 in the 10 millions place, and my zeros after my 7 zeros. And 3 million, that's a 3 in the millions place, and 6 zeros. And 200,000 is a 2 in the 100,000s place, and 5 zeros. And my 60,000 is a 6 in the 10,000s place, and 4 zeros. And my 3,000 is a 3 in the thousands place, and 3 zeros. 200 is a 2 in the hundreds place, and 2 zeros. 10 is just a 1 in the tens place, and 1 in the tens place and 0 in the ones place. And 7 is just 7 in the ones place. Well, it makes it nice. I can just add going straight down. All those zeros and 7 makes 7. All those zeros and 1 makes 1. All those zeros plus 2 makes 2. All those zeros plus 3 just makes 3. And I'll put my comma after that to separate my thousands period from my ones period. All those zeros plus 6 is 6. All those zeros plus 2 is 2. That 0 plus 3, that's just 3. And I'm going to put, another comma to separate my millions period from my thousands period. And my 5 plus nothing is 5. So when I add up this big expression, this expanded form, and it equals 53,263,217. See, I don't have to worry. See, if I just add them up this way, I kind of have to make sure that I'm not skipping numbers and things. And you say, well, what do you mean you're not skipping numbers? And I'll show you in a minute how I can jumble up these numbers in my addition expression. But if I do it this way, by turning my paper sideways, it's still easy. Okay? So I have one more where it's 100 million plus 1 million plus 80,000 plus 5,000 plus 500 plus 90 plus 2. Now as you see, I don't have one. I'm not going to have a digit in all of these places here. Okay, so I have 100 million. So 1 in the 100 millions placed in zeros. 1 million. So I don't have anything in this 10 millions. I don't need it. Okay, then 80,000. Then my next number is 5,000. Then 500, 5 in the hundreds place. Then 90. Then 2. So all those zeros plus 2. All these zeros plus 9. All these zeros plus 5. Now to my thousands period, all these zeros plus 5. All these zeros plus 8 is 8. Now 0 plus 0, yeah, that's just 0. Okay. 0 plus 1 in the millions place, there's 1 million. Nothing in the 10 millions place, so 0 is just 0. And 100 million, so 1 in the 100 millions place plus nothing is that. So 100 million plus 1 million plus 80,000 plus 5,000 plus 500 plus 90 plus 2 is 101 million 85,592. So even if I don't have a number in every one of these places, if I still do it the same and add them, stack them up and add them, I'm still going to get the right answer. Okay, I'm going to show you one more. Now this is, what if I put the numbers out of order? What if I didn't start with the biggest number? So in this case I have 20 plus 5 million plus 30 plus 700,000 plus 800 plus 9 plus 3,000. It's kind of all over the place. Okay, and I need to fix this number right here. I put 300, so I'm going to put it right down here. Okay. Now let's look. I start with 20, so I put a 2 in the tens place and a 0 in the ones place. Then I jump up to 5 million. 5 in the millions place, then zeros all the way down. In the 100,000s, 10,000s, thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. Then I have 30,000. 3 in the 10,000s, 0, 0, 0, 0. Then 700,000. See, this one's bigger than this 30,000, so 700,000. 7, 0, 0, 0, 0. Then 800. So I put 8 in the hundreds place, 0, 0. 9 is just a 9 in the ones place. And 3,000 is just 3 in the thousands place, 0, 0, 0. So these weren't in order from greatest to least, but even then, if I turn my paper sideways, put them in the correct place using the spaces in between the lines, it'll work out nicely. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 9, 0, that's just 9. 2 and all these zeros is 2. All these zeros plus 8 is 8. All these zeros plus 3 is 3. I'm going to put a period after the thousands because I'm going in between periods, so I'm going to put a comma there. Then 0 plus 3 plus 0 is 3. 0 plus 7 is 7. 5 in the millions place and nothing else is 5. So I add up all these numbers, even though it was pretty easy, even though they were in the wrong order. I didn't have to try to sort them in the right order. I just put them in the right places when I turn my paper sideways, and I know that the answer is going to be 5,733,829. Okay, so when I'm doing expanded form with these big numbers, I have to turn my paper the sideways and use the space in between the lines as my different place values. You don't have to write them all down at the top, but just, know which ones they are, start with the ones and move yourself.